Hello, I'm Lyndsay, the owner of Cake It or Leave It. I live in Bexley with my husband, my cat, my 2 dogs and my 6 rare breed hens and 3 Muscovy ducks. The business started back in 2015 when I finally decided to take the plunge and turn my passion for baking into a full-time role, which I have to say is absolutely amazing. All the cakes I make are made with free-range eggs from my very own ducks and hens that live in the back garden. So when designing and creating your cake, I'm careful to select the finest seasonal flowers to complement your special day. We can work together to ensure your cake reflects the seasons by using flowers or seasonal berries that really complement this and ensure it's a real showstopper for you and your guests. So during the design and consultation phase, which is really important, we talk through all your wonderful ideas for your wedding cake. And there's no limit to the flavours, the only limit is your imagination. You can have a bespoke handmade topper created for your cake, which can be used as a keepsake after the big day, something you'll treasure for years. I've still got the roses from my cake from 2008. I've even been asked by couples to put toy figurines of their beloved pets onto the cake to ensure that they're part of the special day as well. And each tier can be a different flavour, so no more arguing over who likes what cake or what flavour. I use locally sourced ingredients and products in all of my cakes and of course my own girls' eggs. All the boxes I supply with my cakes are recyclable, and as I said, I use free-range organic eggs, and my girls are fed on an organic diet of fruit and vegetable scraps from our very own kitchen. They're able to forage around in my garden all day, and on particularly cold days, they're particularly partial to a bowl of warm porridge. So using seasonal fruits or flowers is a great way of making your cake more sustainable. Blueberries, strawberries and raspberries are a dreamy mix for a summer wedding. I also use berries and flowers from my garden in my cakes. And having the right amount of cake is really key as well, because this is avoiding wastage and also disappointment. I cater for all dietary requirements, including gluten, dairy-free and vegan, just to name a few. And I'm more than happy to discuss this with you during our initial chat to ensure that we really accommodate your needs. I even offer a low sugar alternative. My husband's diabetic, so I needed to come up with a solution quickly so he could still enjoy his cake. So when deciding on the size of your wedding cake, I will need to know the number of guests you'll have attending, not only the wedding, but your reception as well. So if you intend to serve the cake as dessert for your guests, then I recommend making sure that you've got a slice for everyone. If the cake is only going to be served at the reception and be left out, then I'd recommend a slightly smaller cake because, as mad as it might seem, not all your guests will eat the cake. I would recommend booking an appointment to discuss your cake, ideally 6 to 12 months ahead of the wedding day. However, there are certain occasions I can fit you in at shorter notice. So the ways to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me via my website, social media or by phone or email. I'm always happy to chat cake. We can then get a date in the diary for your initial consultation where we'll discuss things like your colour theme, your guest numbers, dietary requirements, flowers and designs, so initial things you might be thinking you want. We will also go through cake flavours available, so you can also purchase a box of cake samples at this stage. And I can include some nice Fortnum & Mason tea bags in there for you as well, so you can ensure you have a nice cup of tea with your cake, because cake is not complete without a nice cuppa. The price of the cake samples comes off the balance of your initial cake, so when you book in, that would come off the balance. And once you've chosen your favourite flavours, we will talk about the style of cake. What are you looking for? Do you want an iced cake? Do you want something more rustic? You know, the style, the design, and at which point a deposit will be required to secure the date of your wedding. I will provide you with some drawings once this is all done, so we'll detail everything from the flavours to how many tiers and all the designs on the cake to ensure everything is finalised. Now, ahead of the wedding day, I will also speak to your venue to discuss the delivery and the setup of your cake, because that takes some of the pressure off of you. And 3 weeks ahead of the wedding date, the balance of the remainder of your balance for your wedding cake will then be due. So what are my top tips for the big day bake? Well, always plan ahead and ask lots of questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. And you can never do enough planning in my eyes. I make lots of lists and have lots of chats with you to go through things to make sure everything's covered and you are happy. The wedding cake is always a centrepiece, but also a reflection of your personalities. So don't be afraid to go big or go with something a little unique, which really reflects you as a couple. And I'm sorry, but fresh is best. I do not store or freeze any of my cakes. Everything is made a few days ahead of your wedding to ensure a delight for your taste buds and leave you and your guests wanting more.